From iAfrikan Media, this is iAfrikan Bytes, a podcast that features commentary on African news, insights, opinions, and analysis with tech industry leaders and professionals. Courteney from VoteBot, how are you, my brother?
I'm fantastic.
Congratulations, you're the co-winner of this year's Maathai Award. How does it feel, man?
Well, when I received the news, I was in the US for the Mandela Washington Fellowship.
You travel most now.
Yeah.
Enjoyment. All the time.
All the time. So I was checking my email and I received the email, I read it. So I was surprised and I was happy and, I had goosebumps all over. Yeah. And it's something that I wasn't expecting because there are lots of people doing tremendous work with machine learning across Africa. My question was, why me? So that explains the surprise and also the joy that, at least our work is being recognized at such a big scale. Yeah.
Courteney, tell me about VoteBot. What is VoteBot? What does it do? What problem does it solve?
So VoteBot is an AI-powered platform. It's a chatbot built on WhatsApp.
Okay.
And its main purpose is to enhance voter information and what we call citizen observation of elections in Zimbabwe. So it targets mainly young people. The reasons are obvious because young people are more tech savvy and also there is generally understood to be voter apathy among young people.
And also they're the biggest, I'd say, class of voters. There's a lot of young people in Africa.
Yeah.
So they're the biggest sort of voting class, and I think it's good to, really educate and attract the sort of, participation levels that are satisfactory.
Yeah.
So now, Courteney, what inspires you to essentially create this bot? I mean, why VoteBot? What's your interest with elections or voting in general? Why this solution?
So, I'm naturally a curious person, and I love trying things out. Of course, it comes at a cost, and so what really inspired me to work on this solution is that whilst we were working on the previous solution, we had another solution. We have another solution called Astria Justice. So we discovered some interesting data and information regarding young people's participation generally
in elections.
In regards to do with things of civic engagement, governance, transparency, accountability, how government spend funds. So given that we were now heading towards elections early last year, I then thought to myself that some of the problems that we have realized, one of the major issues is that probably we don't have much young people participating in elections. So how best can we create a platform to allow young people to fully express themselves in elections or in civic engagement? So we saw an opportunity in elections and we thought to ourselves that let's go for it.
And then how has it been received in your home country of Zimbabwe?
So the reception has been overwhelming and beyond expectation for many reasons. And last year when we started, we launched the platform in February 2022, and we got a partnership with the African Union Civic Tech Fund through GIZ and European Partnership for Democracy. So that in itself helped us to grow usership of the platform to such an extent that within a period of 9 months alone, we managed to reach over 15,000 people. So you can imagine that is a very, very huge number with a platform that is still in its early stages over such a period of time.
Now, Courteney, I mean, the Indaba is such a amazing community. It's essentially the epicenter where AI scholars and researchers come and really celebrate, and it's the epicenter, it's ground zero. What does it mean to be recognized at an event like Deep Learning Indaba?
Well, being here has given me an entirely different perspective with regards to AI. And I'm realizing the opportunities that Africa can explore when it comes to artificial intelligence and machine learning, and being recognized at a platform where you meet people such as directors of AI for Good at Microsoft, director of Google DeepMind, people working in artificial intelligence, doing amazing things across not just the continent but the globe as well. And also some of the key people. Yesterday I was reading the Times 100 people influential in AI. And I realized that some of the people are here.
100%.
Yeah, so being
people know me from AI.
Abeba, exactly.
Is on the list, and I mean, she's here.
Yeah,
she's walking somewhere at the venue center here.
Exactly.
Just actually bumped into her on my way to come interview you. So
Yeah, so being recognized at such an event, wow, it's humbling, it's overwhelming, and I just can't comprehensively capture the feeling.
So now, brother, who's the user? This bot, who is it targeted to? You did say young people, you did say youth, but is it also I'm trying to understand whether our governments, can governments, let's say, use this tool when, let's say, there's a dispute of elections, or can the evidence that citizens, let's say, you saw a ballot box was maybe torn or whatever, and you take that and you upload it on the bot. Can that stuff be used in court as evidence? I'm trying to ascertain, with the app, yes, it's used by young people, but who can also use the app? For what reason would they use the app?
Well, that's a very interesting question, because if you remember when I said two main functions, voter information and citizen observation of elections.
100%.
So when a citizen is observing elections, we're trying to depart from the old model where you have your SADC election observer mission coming, AU election observer mission coming, and they are the ones doing the work. And yet, the everyday person, the normal average human being, is also observing. But they don't have a platform where they can share whatever they see. So we're now giving that platform to citizens that if you see any malpractice, share it. Yeah. So I don't see any reason why any other institution that would want to tap into this information or into this set of data be limited. So you can have the election commission also using that data to verify if such kind of reports that are coming in on election malpractice, on election violence, is it possible for them to use it? So I don't see any reason why they shouldn't use it. And also some other observer missions as well, when they are writing their reports with regards to what they would have seen. I think they can also tap into that data to be able to comprehensively report and see the way forward, and also so that it helps inform comprehensively the next course of action.
Now, Courteney, from your side, how did you find out about the Maathai Award? Did you submit yourself or somebody submitted on your behalf? Walk me through the application process.
So it was something that was shared to me by one of our partner organizations, Accountability Lab, because they have been sponsoring us on this work this year, 2023. Yes. So they shared with me and they said, I think you're a good fit for this. Why don't you go ahead and apply? Yeah. And I said, fine. So it took time for me to apply. Then they went ahead and also nominate me.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it went on.
Okay. Now, Courteney, brother, how big is your team? How many are you working on this project?
So when we started working on this project last year, there were 5 of us, but the number has drastically decreased. And
why is that so?
Well, a lot can happen in organizations, and people come across new challenges that they would want to take on. So yeah, that's what happened. And now we're just 3 of us working on this.
Has there been any pushback from political parties, governments, opposition? Has there been any pushback in terms of, because I mean it's a very innovative, very effective tool, but has there been pushback?
So, operating in an environment like Zimbabwe where there has already been antagonism between the civic space and the government is pretty difficult. So, obviously, you would expect some pushbacks. We have experienced some situations where we were launching our platform in some rural parts. I would recall the other time, my team last year, they were very much afraid because there was heavy presence of
police.
Not police, but members of the intelligence from the government.
From the government side.
Yeah, so, and also some agents of the ruling party would come and question you. So those are some of the things that we have had to experience. But it's something that we are ready for, and it's something that we signed up for. It's part of the work that we are supposed to do in the trenches. So it just doesn't, stop with the coding and the machine learning part of it. It has to be deployed. It has to be seen in the community. So, yeah.
Courteney, now you've won the award. You're the co-winner. You and Zindi. Where to from now? What's the next big thing? Are you working on a new idea? Do you want to adopt this idea in more countries on the continent? What's the plan?
I was kind of expecting that question, and I think it's pretty much every achiever's next dilemma. But for me, particularly with regards to this platform, we have seen the opportunities that it can present with regards to enhancing young people's participation in elections. So I have been in talks with an organization in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and we're trying to work out a framework so that we can introduce the platform in DRC ahead of their December elections, and we're running short of time. So if we can maybe launch it mid-October, that would do good. Then we have also been in contact with a South African organization called Open Cities Lab. They would love to have the platform in South Africa ahead of
the elections that's
exactly, yeah. So those are our 2 target areas at the moment, and hopefully we can be able to scale the platform to other regions across the continent.
Courteney, it's amazing how you've taken AI and essentially you're protecting constitutionalism. You know, we always talk about the Constitution, we always talk about democracy. I mean, you've seen of late how, you know, there's been attacks on, you know, the theme and concept of constitutionalism, you know. You know, specifically after COVID-19, you saw a lot of sort of, you know, friction in governments, friction in society, exposing, you know, the lack thereof of opportunities, you know, and hardships that were brought about by the pandemic. So, brother, you're doing amazing work. Looking forward to seeing this in South Africa and in all the other African countries that are going to have elections. Because I mean, there's always elections, right? So yeah, man, congratulations, brother, and wishing you nothing but the best.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much.